The ancient people who disappeared mid-meal. Plates still full. Fire still warm. But every soul gone. What happened here? Imagine walking into a house that was abandoned not years ago, but moments ago. The bread is still on the table, the tools are laid out for the next day's work, and the water jar is half full. Yet, the occupants have vanished, leaving behind every worldly possession, except themselves. This isn't the plot of a science fiction novel, it's the chilling reality discovered at several archaeological sites across the globe, places where time seems to have been literally frozen, preserving the final, baffling moment of an entire civilization. The concept of frozen time is perhaps best exemplified by sites like Mohenjo-Daro in modern-day Pakistan. Part of the Great Indus Valley Civilization, this ancient city collapsed around 1800 BCE. While major flooding or shifting rivers are the primary accepted theories for its decline, some areas of the city present a horrifying, almost instantaneous exit. Archaeologists have found scattered skeletons lying in the streets, suggesting a sudden, violent end rather than a planned migration. The more sensational, though widely debunked, theories of the past even posited radiation exposure, attempting to explain an annihilation that felt supernatural in its speed and totality. Travel west to Anatolia, and you find Çatalhöyük, one of the earliest urban settlements in human history. The unique, densely packed houses, accessible only through holes in the roof, show evidence of continuous daily life over thousands of years. Yet, when the site was eventually abandoned, the speed of the departure is what remained so striking. Tools, cooking pots, and personal artifacts were left behind, not carefully buried or transported, implying a hurried, non-negotiable exit where the inhabitants simply walked away from everything. The mystery of the vanished people is not limited to the deep past. Consider the infamous Roanoke colony in 16th century North America. In 1590, supply ships returned to the settlement, only to find the entire colony of over 100 men, women, and children gone. The only clue left was the single word Croatoan carved into a post. The houses were dismantled, but nothing was destroyed or looted. The people vanished, leaving no bodies, no struggle, and no clear explanation for their sudden departure into the wilderness. Further north, in the canyons of the American Southwest, the stone houses of the ancestral Puebloans at Mesa Verde stand silently. These complex, multi-story cliff dwellings were abruptly abandoned around 1300 CE. Again, the departure was not careful. Personal items, food stores, and utility tools were left behind, ready for use, suggesting they expected to return, or that they had no time to pack. These places share a common, unsettling thread, a human presence that ended not with a whimper or a slow decay, but with an instant, decisive silence. Were these communities warned of an impending catastrophe? Did they face a collective fear so powerful that it compelled them to abandon their lives and possessions? Or were they simply taken? The archaeological record gives us the what: abandoned homes, half-eaten meals, forgotten toys. But the why remains stubbornly silent, a profound, lingering question echoing from the ancient past. What do you think happened in these ghost settlements? A natural disaster, an urgent warning, or something entirely unknown? If these ancient mysteries captivate you, hit that like button and subscribe. We dive into the world's most baffling unsolved historical events every week. Don't miss the next chapter in the history we still can't explain.